This is Stephen Post, and I just want to give you a brief overview of our course website so that you'll be able to find everything you need to find in our Math 101 Blackboard site, because a lot of what we do will be done here. So when you first go to the site, you land on the announcements page. So you should keep an eye for announcements. Most of the time they'll be emailed out to you as soon as they get posted, but just check them out, make sure you've seen them all. Okay, so most of your work, or the heart of your work, will be done in this section, which I'm calling for right now the good stuff. Could have called it learning modules or something, and maybe I'll change the name. And here it is, week 1. So this will include everything that you're going to be doing for January 25th. So to do for January 25th, and here's the list of things you'll do. So work through sections A to D below. So let's look at those briefly. So A is an introductory problem. And I'm asking you to work on this problem for at least 15 minutes completely on your own. Just see what you can do with it cold. You can spend more time on it than that, but do spend at least 15 minutes. And after that, you're going to read this document, Questions to Think About, Leading Questions. They'll help you think about the problem, and you may rethink your solution if you solved it up here, or may lead you towards a solution if you didn't solve it up here. Then you're going to look at a screencast of the solution showing my way of explaining the answer to their introductory problem. And by that time, you should have a pretty good understanding of this problem. And so then you'll do this little check your understanding. This is a Blackboard test. They call it a test. I call it a check your understanding quiz, just to see if you really understand the solution. And so you'll click on here. And when you begin, it'll give you 3 versions of that problem you just did, and automatically give you feedback on how you did. We'll see how that works in a minute. So we'll just save all answers. All answers, okay. Actually, we'll save and submit, get out of here. Okay, so back to where we were, the good stuff, week 1. So one of the things you're going to do is work through these 4 sections below. Another thing you're going to do for the week of January 25th is read chapter 1 of our textbook. Another thing you're going to do is go to the discussion board and introduce yourself. So over here is the discussion board. We'll look at that in a minute. Then you're going to respond to a journal entry question for the week. And the journal entry is like a discussion board, but you and I are the only ones who can see it. So this is a private journal entry. Then you're going to do the problem set, which is due for this first night of class. And you'll see in a minute that isn't nearly as scary as it sounds. And then I want you to read the course syllabus and explore the website. And then contact me if you have any questions, or bring your questions to class. So here in the good stuff, week 1, this is the directions for everything you're to do that week. And here's most of what you're going to be doing. Okay, so now here's the syllabus and more. So here you'll see our syllabus. And notice I haven't put in the right syllabus yet. This still says fall 2016, but it will say spring 2017. A sample problem write-up and some guidelines, and we'll hear more about these later, but these are some of the things to explore. And then here's assignments. So this is the preview assignment. This is due January 25th. So this assignment is also set up like a Blackboard test. It's a little bit different from most of the homework assignments you'll have. Because, so when you click on it, it says, hey, do you want to do this? Yes, I want to begin. And it gives you the 3 questions. And you'll just answer your questions any way you can. This is really a preview assignment. After you answer your questions, I'm just going to put in ridiculous answers here. 100, 1,000, $5, save and submit. Those are all wrong. That's okay. After you submit your answers, you're going to click OK. And when you click OK, for all homework sets, it'll tell you how you did on each problem, whether you got it right or wrong. For this one homework set, it'll actually give you the right answers, because I just want to test the technology here, make sure that you understand how to do and submit a homework assignment. So you'll click OK, and it says, oh, I got this one wrong, but here's the right answer. So after you've done that, feel free to go back and redo it, because with all of our assignments, you can do them as many times as you want up until the due date. So for this one, feel free to just copy the right answers down, go back and enter them so you get full credit for the assignment, Or go back, if you got any wrong, go back and see if you can fix them yourself and figure out why your answer was wrong. Either one is fine. Okay, so this is the assignment, which is due January 25th. And then here's a journal. Journal entries for January 25th, due by noon, so you click in here. And I asked you some questions about your math background. Tell me a little about your background. Do you like math? Do you enjoy the challenges? And then also, part 2, describe for me the attitudes towards math that you would want your children's teacher to have. And to respond to these questions, you're going to create a journal entry right here. Now, unfortunately, the instructions seem to disappear when you do that, so you'll have to either copy them down and then paste them in here if you want to keep an eye on them, or just remember them as you go to fill out your journal. So that's that. Here's our discussion board. So this is where you're going to introduce yourself. So, and again, this is a graded assignment, just to make sure you do it. So introduce yourself. So here's my introduction. And I found a picture to go with it. Feel free to add a picture too if you want. But just introduce yourself to me in the class, so we're all on the same page and so that I know you found our site. So that's our discussion board. Also, here's going to be a permanent discussion board. It's called Ask a Question. So at any time during the semester, you can post a question you have here. You can also email me privately, but if you think other students would benefit from your question or answer your question for you, go ahead and post it here. I'll see it just as quickly as if you email me privately, and I'll respond just as quickly. Also, you can subscribe to this forum. So I go here, and notice it says subscribe. So I'm going to subscribe. And by subscribing, I'll go back to it. By subscribing, you get emails every time someone posts there. So this is an especially good one to subscribe to, so that if someone has a question you can benefit from hearing, you'll know about it, because it'll send you an email. So down here, introduce yourself. Up here, this will be a form we use all semester for asking questions. Those are the only sections of our Blackboard site you need to know about for this first week. If you want, here you can see some previous semesters' quizzes and exams. Probably don't look back further than spring 2016. I should really just get these out of here because things change over time. But they give you an idea of what kinds of questions I expect students to be able to eventually solve and what my quizzes look like. Here you have a section for our gateway exams. You'll see what those are when you read the syllabus. But you'll be doing things in this section, the good stuff. You'll be reading the syllabus and more here. You'll be doing an assignment here. You'll be filling out a journal entry here. And you'll be answering on a discussion board here. And that sounds like a lot for the first night of class, but really it will only take you a few hours to do, at most, I should think. So I think that's pretty much an introduction to our website. If you have questions, just send me an email or post them on our Ask a Question discussion board. Yeah, I guess that's it. So I look forward to seeing you on January 25th. And have a good break.